Do you believe in the Bible?
I mean, I don't believe everything the Bible says. No, there's a lot of truth that's in the Bible, universal laws that's in the Bible, but it was
Do you believe
hijacked.
it's the word of God?
No, some of them was the words of they're the words of the writers that writing particular books. There's 66 books in the Bible. It was the Zionists that wrote the Bible, or that rewrote the Bible. It was the Dead Sea Scrolls at first, and then it was inspired from all different types of sources of the ancestors or the ancestors of the past, le- leaving leaving clues or leaving knowledge for us for their descendants to receive once we fall. Once we get into the conscious fallen state that we've been in for like the last 5,000 years or whatever. Um,
So it's our
but
instructions
yeah,
that
it was like
the ancestors left us, you're saying?
yeah, well, the Dead Sea Scrolls, because I think if I'm not getting shit confused, um, though I think it was Thoth. Some people call him Thoth. Some people call him Thoth, but it's the Egyptian god, the bird.
Okay.
I think he was the original writer of the Sea Scrolls, but I could be wrong about that. It could have been something else.
Mm.
But that would just be getting into a lot of other like mythology type shit they call it. Um, but
So
yeah, I don't
just in
believe
your
that.
belief, you don't believe the Bible is the word of God.
No, of
Do
course
you
not.
believe the people who wrote the Bible are the people, let's say the prophets in the Bible are the witnesses like John and James and the ones who witnessed what Jesus, right? Do you believe their story?
I think they're all based on true stories, but if there was something that would go against the agenda of the ones that proofread and edited the Bible, then they would be taken out. So
You believe these are true accounts, though, basically.
yeah, because they got to
You believe
base it on reality, so it can trigger the subconscious, the conscious records in the humanity, so that we will be able to believe something like that. Because we're tapped into our ancestors. So sometimes we kind of remember something makes perfect sense to us.
Mhm.
It's because um, it was believed by the people that we came through, so through our ancestors. So there's a lot. So they can't just make up just fairy tale shit because it wouldn't resonate with the people, you know.
You don't think
If
so?
they just made up everything completely, so it's always got to be based in some type of reality. But then they take out and put in what they want, the little nuances to keep the consciousness of the people trapped into a slave mind, into a survival mode, in order for us to be controlled. So of course it's going to be based in. There's going to be a lot of things that are true, because we could never fall for straight false fallacies if it was 100% made up. But within that, they pervert it or introvert it into something that's going to serve their agenda, as opposed to what the original state or what the original wisdom was put here for. So when Jesus says, "I am," he said he's not. That's not being translated properly. It's being translated to for him to say that he is God. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But he never
And
says
what's
he's
the
God.
true translation?
Yeah,
What is the true translation? What is he saying?
he's saying that I am. I am means that you are, but it kind of does mean he's God, but he wasn't deciphering it from just himself. Is that we all am. And when we get to that I am or that Christ consciousness, we understand that we are part of a fractal of God and playing and experiencing each other, experiencing ourselves through each other. This is what Jesus, the master, was really, his name wasn't Jesus, but the master was really Yahshua, whatever, Yahweh, whatever his name was,
Uh huh.
that represents Jesus now, that's called Jesus now,
Uh huh.
was really trying to tell us, don't look at God in the skies, look at God, the God within. But they don't talk about that shit. But they had to take that out so we can start looking externally for God and depend on and see ourselves as subservient to God, and that we're indebted to God in order for us to resonate, to vibrate on the lower frequencies to be able to be controlled.
So do you? So you don't believe that you have to go through Jesus to get to God?
No, and Jesus is not happy about that. That's the narrative because that was not what everybody he was preaching. You know, he never wanted to be a worship. Nobody, no true God that has benevolent intentions would want to be worshipped. You know, that was like that was the Egyptian god Amon Saint Brown Amon Ra. I said Saint Brown. Amon Ra. That's a football player. His name is Amon Ra Saint Brown. So it got me confused. But
I'm
that's the story.
I am dying. Thank God you cleaned it up with the football player, but okay. That was
Yeah,
funny.
he's a great player, but
Okay.
he's named
What's the
after
name
Amon
like
Ra.
that? Amin Ra St. Brown.
Amon Ra Saint Brown. Shout out to him. He's a good player. He's a great player. I like him a lot.
Amin
But
Ra.
Amon Ra was an Egyptian god that started the whole duality, started the whole jealous God, one God, monolithic God concept. When he killed all the other gods, and they say you should only worship me. And then and so
Well, maybe okay. So what if we do have a jealous God? What if he does want us to only worship him? What if they're right?
the,
What would that mean? Would that make God any less of a God if he wanted
I
to
don't
be
even I
worshipped?
can't even no I can't even I can't even occupy the reality where that is a thing. And then I don't even want to play that game. But that's a bullshit. That's a straight bullshit. There's no such thing as a jealous God. Jealousy is a very petty human emotion. So
Well,
the
humans get their emotions from somewhere, right? If
you
you say the
know
Bible can't be made up out of nowhere because people can't just make up stuff that resonate, same with jealousy, right? Maybe he
right.
didn't just make it
They
up
did it.
and give us the emotion of jealousy. He got it from somewhere because he's a jealous God.
Fuck no. Okay, God's not a human. We're
Well,
not human.
and he doesn't have to be human to be jealous, to have emotions, right? If we are
No.
made in the image of, then that means everything that we feel.
The man image of is something completely different too, because we're
Okay.
talking about physically being made in the image of something, which we were, and they're called the Anunnaki. You're familiar, right?
I've
They
heard
made
the
us in their image.
words.
We were made in the image, but I was a human. Humans were made in the image of their creator
Mm,
in the third dimension.
mm, mm, mm.
But we supersede that because we're a spiritual people. We're
Okay.
spirit that live inside and occupy.
Well, I'm just asking questions. I don't,
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah, no, you're fine. I understand. But I'm not governed by any authority. And then once we
What
start
about
occupying
God?
that,
Is that an authority for you?
no, God is not. God is who I am, not what I am. What I am.
Oh, so you are God. Are
Oh
you the only God?
no, we are all collectively fractals of the source that a lot of people will call, if it's the all omniscient, all being, all knowing, that would be
So
God.
there's nothing above us?
Not in this realm it is. There's something above Nico in the mirror, but there's nothing above the spirit that lives within us. That's the conscious that's experiencing life as Nicole in the mirror. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're just humans,
Yeah,
but beyond that, before we're humans, we're spirits
yeah.
from the same source of the benevolent omniscient source energy that a lot of people will translate as God.
What do you think happens when we die?
When we die, we go back to where we came from, unless we get caught in the loop in the incarnation loop, which a lot of the lost souls of this planet are.
Reincarnations.
Yeah, we can reincarnate as a lot of different as anything, but first we have to get out of the incarnation loop that the fucking archons have got us trapped in by tricking us into thinking that we need to that tricking us by telling us that we're not. So when you die, you have this life review, and they'll tell you all the shit that you did kind of wrong or you didn't love, and they'll convince you to go back into the light and get back reincarnated.
it's a trick.
It's a trick.
This nigga said it's a trick.
It is a trick. That's how people get
What?
caught in the incarnation loops. And when you believe in this, and when you believe in this external gods, why are you laughing, like, bro? This is real
Yeah,
shit.
I'm not laughing at you. I just think it's. I thought that was a funny idea.
It is. It's not an idea. It's not even an idea. Okay.
I'm
Like,
not. I'm not trying to downplay it, and I'm not saying I believe it or disbelieve it. I just thought it was funny.
yeah. Well,
You
hmm.
all.
No. Well, I'm trying to gather my thoughts and stuff. Well, I'm thinking like I don't know what to call them, what to call them, but it's like whoever's running this world, the entities that are running this world is the one that's tricking us into believing all these things. And when we first die, we're not really we can't really remember all of it at once. So during those pivotal times is when they convince us to replug back into the matrix, and then the loop keeps going and going and going. So I'm talking
What
about
about?
Starfleet,
What are your thoughts on heaven and hell?
heaven and hell, like fake. It's all fake as fuck. But you will experience heaven and hell wherever you're at, depending on what you believe. Because
So then it's
as
not
a creator, as a co-creator, a conscious co-creator, whatever we believe will be. And
okay.
especially when we do it collectively. So we
Okay.
can create these hells and these heavens on earth and outside of this realm as well. So if I don't believe in heaven or hell, then I won't go to either of them. And I can't go to either of them, but they don't exist in my reality.
So you'll have a nothing existence. When you die, you'll just get nothing.
No,
Or
not yet.
you'll be reincarnated. You'll be
No,
tricked into being
I'll be back.
reincarnated into this world.
I'll do whatever I want
You'll
to
be
do.
right back here.
No, I won't be back here. Not
Oh,
unless I
wait,
want to.
what's your other options?
The other option is to report back to source and get your downloads. Get plugged back in.
Which is what?
What do you mean? What are you asking specifically?
When well, I'm saying if you don't believe in heaven or hell, I said you would just like not
No, you
exist
go back
anymore,
into
then, right?
no, you go back into the spiritual realm, and then you're back in your spirit body, which is not a body, not a physical body.
So you're reincarnated.
No, you
Oh,
reincarnate
not
and you come back into the third dimensional dense realm. You can reincarnate into this Earth. You can this planet. You can reincarnate into a different planet. You can stay
okay.
in the spiritual realm. But like this shit is kind of dope. This is the reason why we came here. Now
Oh, go
it
into
kind of
that.
sucks, huh?
When you say this shit is kind of dope, what you mean by that?
Like being a human and going through like the emotions of being a human, the ups and downs of the dense realm. It's like a roller coaster.
Yeah,
And roller coasters are fun,
yeah, yeah,
but they're scary,
yeah,
and there's a lot of things that come with it.
yeah.
So we come here conscious, but some people aren't here consciously because they've been stuck in that incarnation loop for generations, and generations, believing this external God. Then when you die, they get you and they tell you, hey, you
Go
could have
back.
did this better. You should try again, and then you try again because it'd be like Jesus, right? It'd be like a real Jesus will be there because if you believe in Jesus, that's what you'll see. And he'd be like, my son, my daughter. You're so close, but just do it one more time, and then they keep doing that to you. You'd be like,
Ah, Jesus is tricking you.
no, no, I know it sounds. I know it kind of
Oh,
sounds crazy, and a lot of people maybe not
I'm
fuck with it,
not
but
laughing at you. It's funny. I'm not laughing at you. I'm not saying it sounds crazy. I
it's
think
not
it's
real.
funny.
It's not. I'm not saying it's a real Jesus either. It just looks
Right,
like
I
it.
know, I know. It's a trick. It's like
Yeah,
a spirit trick. So what
yeah.
I'm trying to understand is what is the afterlife in your mind? What is it? It's not heaven. It's not hell. It's not reincarnation. What is going back to source and getting a re-download? What does that mean?
That means that like if you've been stuck here for a long time, you need to go back to source so you can plug in, and then you can really remember what all the shit that's going back. It's kind of like a computer. It's kind of like what AI does. It gets information, but if you just isolate this information and cut it off for the rest of its AI, the rest of its resource, the fucking ultimate. like the mother load of the information that AI taps into.
Okay, so then what though? What I still don't understand. What does that mean to
Then you become all knowing again. Then you come, your spirit has gotten uploaded or down or got the new all the new information and the revelation that it has came to through the experience of all of this.
so you want to get that after one life? You want to
No,
live one
you
life
want to
and
go
then
get back
go.
so that your spirit could be like upgraded, basically, and then when you come back in, you can come back with those codes. When you come back into
Okay,
incarnation.
so
So if you get
still
stuck in the loop, then
ultimately
you never
your
get to.
goal is to come back.
Yeah, but you want to come back consciously though. You want to know what you're getting into. You know who
Are
you
you
are.
saying we zombies out here? We don't walk in bed.
A lot of people that have been
We
stuck in
zombies.
those incarnation loops for however many Earth years, about 10,000 Earth years.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's gonna be harder for you to break through. Every incarnation is harder and harder because you're more ingratiated into the dense realm, and you think that this is real. So it's easier to get tricked once you pass away, once you leave your body, and you get into that that kind of like that in between realm where they trick you into getting incarnated back. You know,
Do you think everybody is tricked into being reincarnated? You don't think some people's like you said, it's dope, right? It's dope being a human, right? So don't you think they like, well, shit, let me go back
it
there
was
and
dope being a
experience,
human. It might
huh?
have been dope when you first got here. You know,
No, no, no. You said it's dope being a human. I thought you meant even now. It is dope being a human. You don't think so?
yeah, but this Earth kind of sucks, and it's been sucking for a while. So like
What
the pure,
would be okay? But have you thought about even worser Earth?
no, this is the worst it gets.
No, it's not.
No, it is.
That I think that's our problem. I think we think that this is the worst it can get, and it's not.
Oh, this is the worst. Oh, this is the worst of the worst. But it's the funnest. It's the funnest. This is the densest. I shouldn't say it's the worst. It's the densest though. So it's the hardest
So
to
this is the
match.
worst experience that you can live, and you think this is the worst experience. Let's think of the worst person, the worst situation that you could think of for a person
Yeah,
on Earth right now. That's possible.
yeah. That's not happening anywhere else
On Earth, nigga.
on
But
Earth.
what
Yeah.
about what if instead of a sky, you just see a big ass monster up there? What if instead of the ground, it's just a bunch of spiders? What if
Yeah.
instead of this table, it's just a bunch of rats crawling all over me? What if instead of air, I'm choking on fucking my own vomit all the time? We
Well,
think
that
this
well, it
is
has to
the
sustain
worst, but it's
the.
not.
It has to sustain life. You know what I mean? It has to be air.
That's what you think. That's the problem. That's
but
the
it's not a
problem.
problem.
But I'm just saying, we take we including me take all of this for granted. We think we're supposed to breathe and have fresh air and even rain and even snow and even dirt and all of this stuff that I name has a benefit to us, our existence and sustainability here on life. But it may be uncomfortable. It may be cold. It may be hot. It may be this. It may be that. And we may be homeless and we may be quadriplegic and we may be blind, right? But we think that's the worst when really shit can be, these trees that we see that we're looking, I'm looking out the window right now and I see this big ass tree that I don't know is 13 feet tall. That motherfucker could be walking and grabbing people and picking it up and eating people. That could really be our earth,
But
right?
what I'm saying is this is the
So we
densest
should be
realm.
more appreciative of this earth and existence that we have because it could really be real worse. Like literally, that sky I'm looking at can open the fuck up, and a hand could drop down and pick up about 1,000 of us and just take us. And that could be that could
But
happen
then you
every
kill
single day of our
it.
life.
Yeah, but if we die, then we report back. We go back to the other.
Imagine the
I
worst
don't
thing.
imagine crazy
You're
shit like
not
that. Why would I
imagining
want to
the
create
worst
that?
thing. You're thinking that what you see outside is bad because it's cloudy and because
That's not
there's
what I even
homeless
said.
people everywhere and
That's
because
not what I said.
the rent is high and because nigga shit can really be bad, like really fucking bad.
And
You
it has
don't know
been.
bad, and I don't mean I don't mean uh poverty in Mexico bad. I don't mean Haiti bad. I mean like just sharks coming about the ocean, start walking and just eating people bad. That could
But then
be
it's over though.
that could be our Earth. That could be our real reality, honestly. But instead, we have this. Our sharks stay in the water and they swim.
That's so
And if
crazy
we go
though.
in the water, then we might get bit. But we know we safe as long as we ain't in the water. You know what I'm saying? There's so much shit I ain't got to worry about that I
Yeah.
take it for granted. We all do. This is definitely not the worst. This is far from the worst.
This is the distance realm, okay? The third dimension.
How do you know? You don't even know that. You
Yes, I
ain't
do
been to
know
the
that.
dentist realm. No, you don't know that.
Which means
No, this
this is
this
the
realm could be dense. I don't
this
even
is
know
where
what you mean by that. To tell you the truth, it could be dense. It's a lot of shit wrong. Shit is bad. Hell yeah.
no, it's not. It's not about being good and bad. It's just about being nourished with your powers. You know, as a spiritual being, you can create things instantly, like a lucid dream. I don't know if you ever had a lucid dream.
You still can create things instantly on this earth.
No,
Yeah,
not
you
instantly.
have that. You have that. You still have
No, it's
abilities
the
to make
this is the
shit
business
happen.
realm. So it's the hardest to do that. So you have to do it collectively. You have to do it sustainably over time to manifest. But we can't manifest instantly like we can in a lucid dream. And that's all I'm saying. This is the most difficult realm, and this is the hardest reality to live as that spirit form that from the
You don't
original
know that.
spirit form that we
You don't know
originally are.
that. You
Yes,
don't
I
know
do
that.
know that.
If everything that you said was true, you still don't know that this is the hardest one to actually manifest whatever you just said. You don't know that.
Yes,
You
I
have
do know
no
that.
idea. It may be hard for you, but trust, there's people who have done what you said. Right?
No, you see, that's the duality mindset that we need to eradicate ourselves from. I'm not saying it's hard for me versus you or easier for you versus me. I'm saying collectively, this is the densest realm. And we all going through it, you know? This is why,
Collectively, it may be dense, but that doesn't mean it's the densest. We can live 100, 200 more years in this life, and somebody like you is gonna say the same thing.
and it's still
The
going to be the
densest
densest
realm,
realm.
like
That's
this
why
has
it's the
been the
funnest,
end
but it's
of
the hardest.
days and the end of times forever. This is not the dentist. It's not the worst. It's not the last days. It could get worse. There's always more.
Yeah, but you're not understanding what I'm saying, bro. I promise you're not.
Yeah, yeah, I do. I do. I do. I just don't think you're
Because
understanding what I'm saying.
no, I understand what you're saying. You're thinking that I'm saying that this is the hardest place in the universe to be alive in. And I'm saying that this is the densest realm. So when shit gets really hard here, it's not a very appealing place for a spirit to want to come through. You know, that's what the kind of the topic we were on. So even though this is like a paradise and it's like very lush and there's like it's a beautiful
Okay, so
place.
you do agree it's somewhat of a paradox.
No, it definitely is, but it's the densest realm, so it's the hardest place to manifest in. So it's like the
I
biggest
still
challenge for
don't
ourselves.
agree that. I agree that it's the densest realm because you are
It's the only realm that you know, and you know that you can't make a thought and
okay.
make
Now
it clear.
I do agree to that it is the only realm that I know, but
Right.
I'm no expert, nor are you. So you don't know if there could be
But,
a denser
but I am
realm.
an
That's
expert
all I'm
though.
saying.
I
There
am
could
an
be a
expert.
denser
Okay.
realm. If we're
And
talking about realms, there could be a denser one. Do you not agree with that? We don't know. There could be a denser one.
there's no the denser. No, not really. There's not a denser realm than the third dimension. That's it's a cool
There's got
realm.
to be a
It's a fun.
second dimension, a first dimension.
Yeah, but that's like you can't. It's not the
Piece of
same.
paper.
Because the two dimension is like a piece of paper. Yeah,
Oh shit.
you can't stand up. You can't have create. Yeah, it's different. And there's no words to really properly explain to what I mean. So it's kind of like I'm speaking a different language, and I
I
understand that.
know you're above me and
No, no, it's not that.
my
It's
minor
just that.
monster thinking. I always got these monster thoughts, thinking monsters are gonna come from out of here.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You did kind of go. You kind of went kind of far with that.
Let
Like
me
damn.
think too.
Now, of course, there could be worse things that happen in this realm.
Okay.
That's where I think you were getting like off a little
Yeah.
bit because,
Oh,
but
no,
it's
I'm
still
on
the
the
business
same foot
realm.
on that one. Right.
So it takes like a lot of patience and a lot of stuff to get us out of here. But once we raise the Earth's frequency to like higher frequencies, then it's still going to be a dense realm, but it's going to be so much more fun and more enjoyable. And this will be the place where all the spirits will want to come through. But this is where the party's at. You know what I mean? But
So
while
that's when we'll be communicating to telepathically instead of
yeah,
using words.
yeah, that too, that will come with it too. But just by just be enjoying ourselves and being able to enjoy all the fruits that this world provides for us. You know,
Do you think that could happen in this realm?
right? In this realm, yeah, of course,
Oh,
it's gonna happen in this realm.
in
It's
our
gonna,
existence?
yes, yeah, but
I mean, our lifetime.
in our
As in
lifetime,
me
yeah,
and you in the next 40, 50 years,
shit. In the next
30,
years,
40 years. Huh?
in the next 3 years,
Three?
yeah, it's coming. It's coming. The world's gonna change more in the next 5 years than it has in the last 200, 400, 500 years.